with a trailer loaded with cattle. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to enhancing the Nigeria's police force's capabilities and improving the personnel welfare. A list of critical measures being undertaken by the administration in this regard to include acquisition of new vehicles, communication equipment, and forensic tools to enhance crime detection and prevention. The president started this during the passing out parade and commissioning of the regular officers Cal 6 at the Nigeria Police Academy in Wudil, Kano State. Tinubu, who was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, noted that as a government committed to sustainable growth, his administration is fully aware that the development of any country is directly woven into the strength of its institutions. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged President Bola Tinubu to instruct the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to immediately reverse the recent increase in the pump price of premium motor spirit. The organization says the petrol price hike represents a fundamental breach of constitutional guarantees and the country's international human rights obligations, especially as citizens face the worsening economic hardships. They also requested that President Tinubu direct the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice Lateef Fahimi and relevant anti-corruption agencies to investigate allegations of corruption and mismanagement within the NNPCL. Nigeria's former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has criticized plans by the federal government to increase the nation's value-added tax. Atiku said the policy would deepen the domestic cost of living crisis and exacerbate Nigeria's already fragile economic growth. He noted that the move coming on the heels of the increase in the pump price of premium motor spirit, also known as fuel, by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, will worsen Nigeria's already fragile economic growth. Also, former Vice President Nnamdi Sambo has lamented the escalating insecurity in the north, stating that it is driving farmers away from their farms and adversely affecting the educational and health of numerous families. Sambo also expressed his support for the formation of the League of Northern Democrats, which he described as a viable platform to address the numerous challenges facing the North and the country at large. He gave his endorsement while hosting the leadership of the League, led by its chairman, former Kano State Governor Ibrahim Shekaru, at his residence in Abuja. The All Progressive Congress in Anambra State has withdrawn from the upcoming local government elections scheduled for 28 September 2024, citing concerns over alleged irregularities. The party says the decision followed alleged violations of due process, which they believe undermines the credibility of the poll. The APC further explained they're participating in the exercise which will amount to legalizing the illegality and insisting that the constitution of Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission and announcement of the chairman date did not follow due process as stipulated by the Electoral Act of 2022. Kwara State Commissioner of Police Victor Alaya has appealed to commercial transport operators in the state to uphold peace as the government works to improve the economic situation in the country. An appeal followed the protest last Thursday by transport operators in the state, including the drivers of commercial taxi cabs, tricycle operators, and motorcycle riders who demonstrated against the recent fuel price increase in Ilorin, the state capital. Alaya met representative of the National Union of Road Transport Workers at the command headquarters in Ilorin, urging them to maintain peace in the state. No fewer than 61 foreign nationals were deported by the Nigerian Immigration Service from the country in August 2024. This is because the new visa policy facilitated a total of 8,252 visas on arrival for travelers in a month under review. The figures were contained in a report by the service detailing the Nigerian Immigration Service achievement for August. In the report, the reason for deporting the foreign nationals was to address the issue of irregular migration in the country. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has alerted Nigerians to the activities of a faith-based organization, Christ Mercy Land Delivery Ministries, led by Prophet Jeremiah Futemi, allegedly using the agency's name to mislead unsuspecting members of the public. NAFDAC, in a statement signed by its Director General Professor Mojisola Adeye, noted that none of the products advertised and sold are registered within the agency. Operative of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agencies have intercepted the consignment of cocaine and the pharmaceutical opioids concealed in ladies' sanitary pads and a treatment cream containers heading to the United Kingdom, Ireland, and Cyprus at 3 courier companies in Lagos. A statement by the agency's spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, says in one of the companies, not less than 30 parcels of cocaine weighing the 1.1 kilogram concealed in a cream containers were recovered by the NDLE officers during the examination of cargoes going to Ireland. Another consignment of 24 parcels of cocaine weighing 862 grams, also hidden in a cream containers meant for delivery in the United Kingdom, was equally intercepted at the same company. The Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas says Trend 7 project will expand Nigeria's LNG production capacity from 22 metric tons. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company, Dr. Philip Meshibila, said this when the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Continental Development and Monitoring Board, Felix Obey, visited the NLNG 6 train plant. Train 7 project construction site in Bonny Island, Rivers State, lauded the unwavering support for the Train 7 project, describing their partnership as a shining example of the public-private collaboration that can drive Nigeria's industrial growth. Around Kano, state government has postponed indefinitely the resumption of dates of both primary and post-primary schools for the commencement of 2024-2025 academic session. However, unlike the case of Edo State, which mentioned the recent petrol price increase as the reason for the decision, Kano State says the decision is for urgent reasons with no details of specific information. Commissioner for Education Omar Adegowa said the decision was compelled by some undisclosed urgent reasons. Adegowa was quoted to have said a new date will be announced by the ministry. Mitchell Home Limited, a leading real estate firm, recently hosted a groundbreaking conference, and some frontline real estate practitioners harped on the possibility of generating the wealth in the sector. Shana Jain completes the story.
The conference, themed The Wealth Building Blueprint, brought together various real estate stakeholders, providing a platform for empowerment and knowledge sharing. Architect Baraka Mashalia says his aim for organizing the event is to impact the new generation through inculcating knowledge of the real estate sector.
My greatest motive is to be able to impact on this generation. Of course, the high rate of unemployment is really alarming. And for me, I don't think it should be. The reason behind it is because there are a lot of opportunities around the real estate sector, and the greatest thing that is limiting people from achieving their goal of building wealth and helping their family and friends to be able to build wealth also is a product of mindset.
While sharing his success story on the steps he took in finding accomplishment in the industry, renowned real estate expert Dr. Linus Okori stated that wealth creation only comes as a direct result of an individual's ability to catch the vision.
So you come in an area in your life where nothing is happening, is that not it? And you set an agenda for the future. That agenda is called vision. Vision. Vision is the ability to see beyond our current reality. Our current reality is not exciting. There's poverty in our pockets, even as a nation, there's poverty in the land.
Speaking on the challenges that affect the real estate sector, some mogul says consistency, being intentional, and integrity are key factors in overcoming challenges.
One thing is you have to be consistent. It's not you enter real estate today and the next day you are making money. You have to be, you have to be consistent. You have to be persistent with your push in the business. The challenges will come, but the most important thing is how to handle those challenges, turning those challenges to a force that drives you to do more in the business. So basically, challenges come, just know how to overcome all those challenges that you are faced with.
Consistency really counts. Anything you're doing, you have to be consistent about it. And then there's another thing that is key, that's integrity. Integrity really counts. That's what defines you. That's what tells if people can really deal with you or not. And that's what really tells if you're someone to be trusted or not.
The conference aims to equip attendees with the expertise and insights necessary to spot and maximize opportunities, build wealth, and expand their understanding of the real estate sector. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
The chieftain of All Progressive Congress in Osun State, Olatunbosun Olayetola, has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to act swiftly to alleviate the hardship faced by Nigerians. Although the lawmaker expressed confidence in President Tinubu's ability to ease the suffering of the masses, he suggested that faster approaches should be adopted, particularly given the economic difficulties caused by the rising fuel prices, which have made access to necessities more challenging. Now, it was another spate of election violence at the ongoing APC governorship election campaign train in Isako, Central Local Government area of Edo State, as the security details of the APC governorship candidate, Senator Monday Agbobilo, fired litany of gunshots to disperse criminal elements trying to disrupt the campaign train. The APC campaign train, despite the pocket of violence encountered, visited the people of Anegbete, Afuga, the capital of the local government area, with a central message of voting out the People's Democratic Party. Our political correspondent, Anthony Mamadou, has a report.
If shooting comes, what they want to do, they will suffer it.
There was another election campaign violence in Esako Central Local Government area of Edo State as witnessed in Ososo community, but this did not prevent the APC governorship candidate Senator Monde Okpeholo and the Deputy Governor of Edo State Philip Shuaibu from likening the PDP as a packaged food that causes cancer and thus should be avoided.
When you eat packaged food and you continue to eat it, what it will develop is cancer. Do we need cancer to continue, or do we need cancer? This election are between darkness and light. Packaged food, they cause it.
On his part, the senator representing Edo North Senatorial District, Senator Adams Oshomole, called on the people and the electorate to join forces with the APC to vote out the People's Democratic Party at the polls.
We need to help us to tell our brother and our pikin, one man, one vote, one woman, one vote, one electoral man, one vote.
The unabating spate of violence witnessed in the Edo North region of the state is a source of concern ahead of the polls, as the APC governorship security details fired litany of shots at criminal elements trying to disrupt the campaign event. Anthony Momodu reporting from Esako local government area of Edo State for Globe.
No fewer than 3 people were killed in the multiple accidents which occurred in the late hours of Saturday. The accident occurred at Maryland along Ikorodu, involving a tank truck, an articulated vehicle, and several cars. The incident happened to a few minutes to 12 midnight with dozens of people involved. In the first accident, the State Emergency Management Agency said upon arrival at the scene by 1:13 a.m., the team met a multiple accident scene involving a tanker with unknown registration fully laden with diesel, which reportedly suffered brake failure on motion and lost control and crashed into many cars, which reportedly resulted in many casualties. The Nigeria Labour Congress has declared support for the 29-man caretaker committee put in place by the Abia Governor Alex Otti, the presidential candidate of the party in 2023, Peter Obi, and the party stakeholders last week. The national chairman of the party, Julius Abure, the party secretary, Omar Farouk, and the national youth leader, Kennedy Adotu, were conspicuously absent at the enlarged stakeholders meeting held in Umuahia. And now the People's Democratic Party National Disciplinary Committee has received reports on alleged anti-party activities of the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and others from the National Working Committee. The committee, led by the former Foreign Affairs Minister Tom Ikemi, was set up to address and manage all disciplinary matters. 5 former governors of PDP, led by Wike, allegedly worked against the party and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar during the 2023 election. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says the United States is pressing for consular access to detain Binance executive Tigran Gambaryan, currently held at the Kuje Custodial Center in Abuja. Gambaryan, a United States citizen and Binance Financial Crimes Compliance Chief, was arrested in February 2024, along with another executive, Anjawala, upon their arrival in Nigeria. Their detention followed an investigation that allegedly tied Binance to money laundering and terrorism financing. Justice Emeka Awiti of the Federal High Court in Abuja fixed October 9 to rule on the fringe bail application brought before the court by the lawyers. You're watching News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When the cycle returns towards AFCON 2025, Eguavoen says Super Eagles can beat any team. The details of these and more after this break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us on News Cycle. Now to business. The federal government has imposed a deduction of 15 naira electronic money transfer levy from every inflow of 10,000 naira and above by customers. In a notice to its customers on Saturday, the online payment platform stated that the charge is in line with the Federal Inland Revenue Service regulations will take effect from September 9, 2024. The company clarified that the charges are a requirement from the President Bola Tinubu-led government and not a source of revenue for the payment platform. The Nigerian currency, which opened September on a positive note across the segment of the currency market, weakened by Tuesday on the back of the heightened demand, increase in demand for foreign exchange for foreign travel, school fees, and the planned food import duty waiver have pushed the naira to a fresh depreciation spree in the week ended. On the unofficial market, the naira had been quoted at 1,635 naira on Monday. However, by Tuesday, it had worsened to 1,640 naira, according to some bureau de change operators in Lagos. The Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology has urged youth in Nigeria to take advantage of over 20 skills development programs currently offered by the institute. The Institute Director General and the Chief Executive Dr. Bayo Farah made the call while receiving an award of excellence from the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Sabon Gari branch in Kaduna. Farah, in a statement from the Institute, highlighted the importance of youth as a critical component of nation building, stating that without them, there will be no nation. And our operators have warned that the Nigerian data center ecosystem is facing an unprecedented rate of collapse. And they say the continued decline of the naira against the dollar, combined with the severe lack of access to long-term financing, is crippling the operations and pushing the industry to the edge. Data centers, crucial for digital transformation, are large facilities that house servers and the computer equipment to process, store and distribute the data and application over the internet. The House of Representatives member representing Oredo Federal Constituency in Edo State, Isusa Iyawele, has held the Dangote Petroleum Refinery for the state of production of premium motor spirit, better known as petrol. Iyawele said these were significantly to help to boost Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves as importation of petrol would drop. The Dangote Refinery began the production of petrol, marking the first time in 28 years Nigeria locally commenced production of the product. And on to foreign scene, Super Typhoon Yagi ripped roofs of buildings, sank boat, and triggered a landslide in Vietnam, leaving 9 people dead as of Sunday after tearing through the southern China and the Philippines. A family of 4 was killed in a landslide in a mountainous province of northern Vietnam early Sunday morning, according to state media. The landslide happened around midnight after several hours of heavy rain brought by Yagi, when the hillside gave way and the collapse onto the house, as said the citing local authorities. The Venezuelan government says opposition candidate Edmundo Urrutia had disputed President Nicolas July 28 re-election, has left the country to seek asylum in Spain. Urrutia had been in Eden for a month, ignoring 3 successive summons to appear before prosecutors, saying attending the hearing could have lost his freedom. Madrid's Foreign Minister Jose Manuel said on X that Urrutia, at his request, had departed on a Spanish military plane, noting that Spain is committed to the political right of all Venezuelans. And our tens of thousands of people demonstrated in Tel Aviv and other Israeli cities calling for an agreement to release around 100 hostages held by the Palestinian Islamist group Hamas. Kamal Gat, another woman, and 4 women were shot at a close range last week, according to Israel's health ministry, after Israeli soldiers found their bodies last Sunday in a tunnel in Gaza. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin had agreed to a deal. And now moving to sport, Atalanta forward and the 2024 Ballon d'Or nominee Ademola Lookman scored a brace wheel on lone Napoli striker Victor Osimhen added another goal as the Super Eagles began their 2025 AFCON qualifiers in a emphatic style, beating Benin Republic 3-0 at the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. Lukman broke the deadlock with a trademark cut-ins leg finish in the first stoppage time and completed his brace with another supply striker in the 83rd minute, while Osimhen came off the bench to score Nigeria's second following Lukman's opener. Meanwhile, the Super Eagles interim coach Augustine Eguavoen has expressed confidence in the team's ability to defeat any opponent, citing the exceptional quality of the players. Eguavoen said this after his team spanked the Cheetahs of Benin Republic 3-0 in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations at the Gospel Akpabio Stadium, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Belarusian tennis star Hania has defeated her American counterpart Jessica Pegula to clinch 2024 US Open Women's title. She claimed a third Grand Slam title overall with the victory at the Arthur Ashe on Saturday, adding that the trophy to the two she earned at the Australian Open each of the past 2 seasons. Sabalenka, who lost the 2023 US Open final to Coco, defeated Pegula with an emphatic 2-set, 7-5 to 7-5. And at the world number 2 sealed the 61-minute opener with a feathered backhand dropped shot that Pegula chased down but failed to get over the net to win 7-5. And as a package, a news cycle coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV channel 365, start times 276 and free to air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and all the handles now showing on the screen. I am Edika Michael. Thanks for watching and staying with us on News Cycle. See you again.